gonna explain how I curl my hair, just to give it that like beachy textured look without looking too Shirley Temple curly. I think I'm gonna do a middle part today. I don't know, kind of middle, right? Let's do it. So I told my clients that you want to get as close to your roots as possible without burning yourself. So in the bottom section it's a little tricky because you're closer to your neck, but up here it should be easier. And you just want to take, this is a triangle section-ish, but just a really clean section of different sizes, not too big. This is a 1-inch barrel. So I'm gonna get as close to my roots as possible, and then as I go down the hair string, I'm tapping the handle with my thumb or my pointer finger. So my curling iron's on as hot as possible. So that one's pretty curly, but I'm just gonna let it be and then I'll shake it out in a minute. See, I'm just grabbing small sections, keeping the iron close to my scalp as I'm tapping, leaving that end out, and then I'll kind of pull it through. You want to make sure all that hair is in the barrel the whole time, otherwise you're gonna have straight pieces, like real straight. We still want that textured look, but if we have pieces that don't have anything, then it'll look kind of funky. So, and as I'm going away, or as I'm working my way back, I'm going away from my face. So I always tell people you want to do at least the first 3 or 4 sections like about to your ear back. So think of like Farrah Fawcett, you just want it back. You don't want curls coming into your face because it looks funky. And then once we get past the ear, we can go different ways. We can come forward or we can go back. So here I'm going back. I know it's a little bit harder on your other side, especially if you're if it's not your dominant hand. Sometimes I'll cool it with my hand like that. You don't want to rake through them until they're completely cooled down. So tapping. So the mistake a lot of people make is you'll go in like we used to, come all the way down and twirl up. That's gonna give us that curl at the bottom. That's not cute. So what we wanna do is we come in at the root, keep it there, try to keep it there as much as you can as you're letting that hair out. But see how it's all staying in except those ends, even though I kinda fudged that up because I did a mess up, but that's okay. It's all good. Straighten that out. There we go. So it's the last one I'm going to do back, and then the next one I'm going to come forward. So what that means is I'm going to wrap this hair from behind and I'm pulling it forward. And then I'm kind of releasing that top part. Boom. So you don't want to do 2 forward like that in a row. You'll still alternate as you work your way back. That one I did forward. This next one I'll do back. Sorry, it's like hard to see in this. So I'm looking in my mirror a little bit. This one I'm going back. And like I said, I'm not killing myself trying to make sure every section is even. I just want to make sure they're clean. So really like using my fingers to pull those little frizzies through. That's what's going to give us that really pretty even curl and texture. So fun. Ah. Whoops. My bad. So the back's tricky because you can't see it, but that's why I tell people just pull those hairs to the side into a point where you feel comfortable curling it towards you. this is making sense. I haven't made many of these, if any, so bear with me. I tell people I mean, you'll get better the more you do it. So obviously I do this all day, every day at the salon. Maybe probably 5 to 6 times a day at least. So don't get down on yourself, just keep practicing. Practice after the gym, you know, before you take a shower. If you're washing your hair, if you mess up, you're gonna wash it out, so who cares? Come in. What are you doing, bub? So this one, I'm gonna come forward. And so by changing up directions of coming forward and backward, once you get towards the back, it's just gonna give it more definition, and the curls won't turn into one giant curl. See how, like, you can tell I did that one forward and that one back, so it's like they kind of go against each other, so it just gives it fun, playful look. And if you have finer hair, it's like makes it look thicker and full. So I'm keeping that barrel as close to my scalp as I can, tapping, releasing that hair, still leaving those ends out, and then releasing. I think I just have this left. Ignore my roots. I feel like hairstylists, we don't have time to do our own hair. Oh well, it'll happen one day. See, these sections are not too big. They're small enough to where they still fit in this 1-inch barrel. People are afraid to use smaller barrels because they think that their hair is gonna look super curly, but if you're curling it this way, then it won't happen. Hey girl, what you doing? Watch a new girl, special ever. So I'm hoping this is making sense. I'm sure there's so many different ways to do this, but this is what I found to be the most effective and give my clients that really fun, beachy texture. Everyone's will look a little different depending on their hair type and their length and everything, but shake it out. And I always finish with a little hairspray and then either dry shampoo or texture spray. It's just Moroccan oil because I like the way it smells today. That's what I want to smell like. And it's raining, so I'm sure this will fall, but so there's that beach wave tutorial. Message me if you have any questions.